Alright, let's see what's new. Um, I uh, I graduated high school. I formatted my MacBook that I had for like 2.5 years. So I only kept like a couple pictures and my iTunes library, and that's about it. And then everything else is gone. I didn't think too much about it. But anyways, let's get into this. I had to make this team again. I did already have this team before, but yeah, I changed one move on the float cell. I didn't want to stay in first turn with my Kecleon. I let off with it because I didn't want to lead off with Probo Passing, as he has a couple things to lead off with it very well. I burn him, and then the Ice Punch is doing nothing. I still don't want to be in there versus him, so I switch out to my Weezing. He makes a good double switch into Claydol, taking any hit from my Rotom and not really minding much about the burn. I go into my Kecleon just to threaten him very much and threaten anything with a knockoff, nothing resisting it at all on his team. So I'm just going to stick the knockoff, and it's going to hurt very bad to anything. He actually brings in the Golurk, and it gets taken down. I guess that's a good play by him because he really didn't need Golurk much since it was burned, and it was just going to allow me to like set up with my float cell or something like that. So I think that was a good play by him. He brings in his Garbodor. I was thinking Drain Punch or Gunk Shot could do a lot to me, especially Drain Punch now that I was dark. I didn't want to do that, so I go into my Robot Dance. I did remember the Gunk Shot, but I wasn't really thinking that hard on it. I don't really remember. I thought Psycho Cut would take him out, to be honest. But it looks like he's defensive, and he's going to be able to take me out with the Gunk Shot. I don't know. I was really convinced that I was going to take him out with the Psycho Cut and just die from the recoil, but I guess Garbodor is bulky, especially when it's defensive. I go into my boat, and I kind of make a little bit of a misplay here. I thought I was going to set up spikes or something, but he actually just goes to the Gunk Shot. I was going to hope that he was going to miss. He hadn't shown me Drain Punch yet, so I was thinking that was his only attack. So I'm just going to sub up a little bit, and he actually shows me Drain Punch right here, and it actually breaks my sub. So I'm not sure if Float Cell is just not, like, really not bulky, or he is just like invested in attack as well. But I would think that with taking these hits as well as he is and hit it breaking my sub with Drain Punch, he has to be running some attack or something. Unless no, actually Garbodor has like a base 85 or 90 attack, so maybe Float Cell is just weak because I don't have any HP or defense investment. So I was actually surprised that I died to the Rocky Helmet in the aftermath. Um, I thought I would be able to live from 39%, but I guess I did that wrong. That's right. Rocky Helmet does like 16%. That's a lot. He goes into Kangaskhan right here. I just go into Probo Passing as it's my lead, and I want the rocks up too. So I'm going to switch out into my Weezing. I believe he predicts this and goes to the return. So let's see. Nope, he goes to the Drain Punch. I was wrong. He goes to the Drain Punch, just trying to take out my Probo Pass, and I'm just going to set up Toxic Spikes here, I believe. As he goes into Pyroar, I know he's going to go into Pyroar because, like, even if I go for the Sludge Bomb, he can take that and threaten really anything on my team. I get the Toxic Spikes up, it'll hit 3 of the 4 things on his team. He's definitely going to want to Rapid Spin those away. And I'm going to switch into my Probo Pass being fully specially defensive, being able to take any hit pretty well, really well. And actually, I don't take that well because he's a Life Orb, and if he was Specs, that would 2-hit KO me. But he's not going to be able to do that, so I'm just going to probably just go for the Power Gem. And he goes into his Claydol, yep. And I didn't want to switch out, play stupid or anything. But, yeah, now I think I'm going to switch into my Kecleon. Earth Power's coming. Don't want to take that. And Kecleon is specially defensive. So here I was really debating after he goes to the Rapid Spin. I was debating going for the Sucker Punch or the Knockoff. I figure it's not really worth it to go for the Sucker Punch because if he switches, that's really bad. So I just go for the Knockoff. Earth Power doesn't do a lot, so figured it didn't matter that much. That actually really did not do much at all. 22%. So but I guess it would have made a little bit like that little bit of a difference. But I don't think it was game changing. It's 4v3 right here. I'm thinking, okay, I got a little bit of an advantage. I'm gonna go into teasing just because I'm gonna tease him a little bit. He goes to the turn, knowing I'm gonna switch. That's a good play by him. I could have predicted the Pyroar to come in, but I didn't really want to. I believe I just go for the Pain Split in case he goes for the return again. And the Pyroar is at full health, so I'll just get health back. And I'm trying to stay alive with Weezing so that he can take 2 returns and switch back in, and which now he easily can, unless he gets a crit. So I'm going to fodder my Rotom right here, knowing that my Probopass can take 2 hits, and that he can like really beat this Pyro more than Zoom Zoom can, cause Zoom Zoom is slower than everything. It would do well versus the Lilligant, but in that position it was a good choice to fodder. I go into my alert, and I believe I'm just gonna go for the Power Gem. Not gonna get my rocks up, because if he had Fire Blast and I get my rocks up, then that threat is still there for me to deal with. So I'm going to go into my Probopass. I believe, yeah, I don't believe. I know I go into Weezing right here. Like, looking at that situation, I know how I play now. I've played this game for too long. But, go into Weezing, and he goes for the Drain Punch, and I am going to take that like a boss, because I'm a Weezing, and I resist that. And, I believe, no. I'm going to go for the Sludge, but not Sludge Bomb, because, if he had hit me with the return, I can live that, and I can, go for the Pain Split the next time. I don't get the poison, which is unfortunate, but on this turn I'm going to switch out into Probopass for sure, because even if he kills me, I have Kecleon to Sucker Punch, even though he can switch into Kangaskhan, whatever. He misses the Fire Blast, which is actually very, very, very fortunate for me. Um, I am going to go for the Power Gem, not even caring if Kangaskhan or the other guy comes in. This was my mindset. I know he's probably going to predict me to go into Weezing, and he can possibly 2-hit KO me. So on this turn, I saw the Pyroar was almost dead. I have alert basically just for Pyroar, so I'm just going to get my rocks up. He does go for the return, predicting me to go into Weezing, and I get my rocks up, so the Pyroar is dead now. And I'm just gonna predict him, or not even predict him. I needed my alert for the Pyroar, so I was thinking if he Drain Punch, great. I still have my Weezing to take on the Kangaskhan. If he returns, great. Still have my Weezing to take on his Kangaskhan. That was my mindset. And now I still have my Weezing to take on his Kangaskhan. And look, here it is, just like I wanted it to be. And it's even still a 3v3, even though he has 1 death fodder. Still 3v3. I know I can live a return and then live another one. I can live 2 returns, basically. After my leftovers, I calc that, or I didn't even calc that. I just figured that out. But I wanted that to be like that, because I'm going to go for the Pain Split right here after I get to really low health. So instead of Pain Splitting, then Toxic Spikes, going for the Toxic Spikes, then Pain Split. Looking back, I guess I could have foddered my Probopass right here, but I don't think it would have been like drastically game changing, because I still would have had to deal with Kangaskhan, and yeah. So I made the right play. Just go for the Sludge Bomb and fodder my teasing Weezing, and I'm gonna go into my Kecleon. I was actually really scared. Like, I didn't think about it that much. He could have just gone for Sucker Punch and killed me right here, honestly, but he didn't. And I was like, okay, maybe he has Power Punch, Power Up Punch instead, or something like that. Power Up Punch or Earthquake. Excuse me. Dry throat. So he fodders his Pyroar instead, I guess. Scouting. Oh yeah, because these guys get fake out too. He goes into Lilligant. I know the sleep powder's coming. So I go into my Weezing, my Probopass. And I didn't want to switch into my Kecleon in the case that he just straight out attacked me. So my thinking was, if I get the first turn Wake, I can live a hit and Volt Switch out. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As you will see, spoiler, I'm gonna I'm gonna end up sleeping through the turns, and then I'm quite in a quiet position. So he has leftovers. I feel like if he had Life Orb, he would have had racked up. Wait, no, he is Life Orb. What? I thought he was leftovers for some reason. Okay, never mind. That's a mistake. So if I had the other Toxic Spikes, it would have been different for sure, because I would have been able to take him out with the Shadow Sneak. But obviously, Sucker Punch is obvious. So on this turn right here, I don't want to make the obvious play. I want to try to take him out, so I'm going to make my last attempt, go for the Shadow Sneak, and not do nearly enough, so he's going to be able to sleep powder me, and that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like it was a really good, well-played game. If I had not gone for the Psycho Cut, or had not directly switched into Gallade, which I probably shouldn't have done to begin with, but the thing is, with that turn, I really don't have anything to take on um, the Garbodor that well. I'm considering I probably will put Will-O-Wisp back on Weezing, but my thought is like I don't have any fire moves, and it's good coverage. The main thing I have it for is like switching into Magneton is really easy to do versus Weezing, so I was thinking about that. But I do have my Rotom Fan and my Trapping Probopass. So I'll probably consider putting Will-O-Wisp on because then it can be an indefinite counter to like it can. I bet Will-O-Wisping other Weezings is better than Flamethrower because Flamethrower doesn't do that much coming off of the 206 attack, special attack. But yeah, that was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. It came down right down to the line. If you liked it, you can support the channel. And other than that, I'll see you guys around.